Hey guys, day 75 on Toasty. I want to hopefully try to get this car up and running today. And I think, knock on wood, it should run. So, but before we go there, I'm just going to rewind back to day 8 through 15 to show you with this car and what we've been through so far. Alrighty? So, take a look. Here we go. Yeah, this car needed a lot of work. But I have to say, these cars are so doable. You know, other than this lift right here, other than that lift and, you know, the welder, an old compressor, and a cheap set of tools. You know, I have other tools here, but I really don't use them. I'm going to say probably about 95% of the tools that I use on this car is one of those cheap Harbor Freight toolkits. Because most of this car, 90% of it is a 9/16 nut or a bolt, a half inch or a 7/16. So you don't need much for these old cars. I wanted to, I started these videos just to show you how doable these cars are. And they don't have to sit in a garage or in somebody's backyard or in the woods somewhere, just rotting away until they just get crushed. So I hope you learn a little bit maybe from some of the things that I know. I tried. I'm not the best teacher, but hopefully the little bit that I showed you can, kind of like break it down and say, you know what, these cars are doable. They really are. They're a lot of work, don't get me wrong, but they're very doable. So, we'll see. I have to say, this car right here, Toasty, that car hasn't fought me at all. Nothing at all. There wasn't a bolt, a screw, nothing that fought me. Little things here and there. But this car wanted to go back on the road. I couldn't complain if this motor blows up, if the tranny goes, or if the rear goes. I can't complain because it didn't fight me at all. And if that's the worst of it, I'm okay with it. So, but I just wanted to bring you up to speed a little bit to show you what this car was, kind of to where it is right now. So, I'm going to get to work. And let's see what we can get done today. Here we go. Hey guys, I got good news and I got bad news. But first I want to show you something. Remember yesterday I put this front spoiler on, the chin spoiler? Right there? These chin spoilers come with those really nice heavy duty rods that hold them to the bottom of your fenders. They come from here over to the bottom of your fender over here. I never put those on. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because if you pull into a parking lot, sometimes they have those little curbs in the front, and you roll up and sometimes your tires bump them or something. Sometimes those spoilers don't clear them. So when the spoiler hits it, when it hits the spoiler right there, it actually pushes the bottom of your fender out. So that's why I never put them on. This is what I do. This is how I put them on, if I can get in there. Oh boy. All right. What I do is, I'll take a vice grip, and I vice grip it to where it's got to go. And then there's a bolt they pre-drilled right there, like that one right there. and down the other side over here, if you can see it. So, let me get out of here. Okay, I'm back. All right, so, and it'll never bend. This will never bend back. It might flex a little bit, but if it flexes to the point to where it may come off, you got yourself one fast car right there. Because I had that spoiler on my black 69 Camaro, and I used to go on a, do the traps at like 127 miles an hour. And I never had a problem with it, but I'll never put it on. And I told my buddy this, and he's like, you know what, thank goodness, because I did hit one of those curbs and I didn't have the bars on there. He said it would have ruined my fenders. So I just wanted to show you that. That's what I was doing yesterday. That's why I was able to get it on there so fast, because it's only 4 screws that hold it on, and it won't come off. It's never happened to me since the 80s that spoiler's still on there. So I wanted to tell you how I did that right there. Now the bad news. The block has got a crack in it, and it's internally, so it just fills up into the oil pan. The good news is Mr. Wilson's got a nice 327. He said, you know, Al, if you want it, come on over, you can have it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to yank this motor out. I'm going to take everything off of it and transfer it over onto the 327. And then I'll set it back in. It's going to look exactly like this. Nothing's going to change in the appearance. And then I'll keep this motor for anybody who may want to just either repair the block or whatever. But so it's good news and bad news. So what I think I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to jump in the car. I think I'm going to jump in my truck, actually, and maybe go get the motor right now. And this way I can kind of get it ready for tomorrow. Alrighty, so if you want, take a ride with me. We'll go get a motor. Alrighty, here we go. One of my favorite places to come to when I come out to see Mr. Wilson. I love their food over here. And the scenery is beautiful. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, so I got my food and picked up a motor. That's going to be the new motor that I put into Toasty. It's a 327 low mileage motor. Mr. Wilson had a couple of these lying around. It was actually pretty crazy. So, we started the day to hopefully get the car running, and unfortunately we got to take it apart, but it's okay. So I'm hoping by maybe Thursday, maybe this car will be all up and running and almost ready to go. So I think even with this setback, I think I'll still make the 90 days. Alrighty, so as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and you take care of yourselves.